Hello and welcome to this edition of Around the GNAC. I'm Jeff Kolb. Tonight I'll be covering our conference's top stories from this past year. The success of an athletic department hinges on continued leadership. For 37 years, Suffolk University Athletic Director Jim Nelson has provided just that. In honor of his hard work, the National Association of Collegiate Directors of Athletics named Nelson the 2012 NCAA Division III Athletic Director of the Year for the Northeast region. The Rams AD first joined Suffolk as an assistant director of athletics and men's assistant basketball coach. Nelson accepted the prestigious honor in June at the NACDA's 47th annual convention. As deserving as Nelson was of the honor, the longtime Ram was quick to thank the many people who've supported him along the way.
We do not do our position in a vacuum. There are those that support us outside of our occupation, and certainly I've been blessed with that support from my wife and my 5 children.
Nelson wasn't the only Ram to enjoy peer recognition this summer, though. Longtime head athletic trainer Jeff Stone was finally inducted into the National Athletic Trainers Association Hall of Fame. A Hall of Fame induction is the highest honor for an athletic trainer. Stone now joins a select group of over 250 men and women recognized for best demonstrating the NATA's mission since its inception. The award not only marks an amazing accomplishment for Suffolk University, but for the entire conference as a whole. The next best thing to being recognized for hard work is, of course, actually doing the hard work. That's exactly what brought Emerson College head athletic trainer Amanda Nicoles to the same NATA convention where Stone was honored. One day before the Hall of Fame ceremony, Nicoles presented before her fellow ATs on a special topic session titled Transgender Student Athletes: What Athletic Trainers Need to Know. The session intended to prepare fellow NCAA athletic trainers to deal with student athletes during different stages of the transgender transition process. Some of the key points in her presentation included what it means to be transgendered, understanding the medical diagnosis, recognizing the different levels of transition, and knowing how to best prepare your athletic department for having a transgendered student athlete. So when I tell you the athletic departments at Duke, UCLA, and, wait for it, Emerson College share a bragging right no other school can, you might think to yourself, this man needs some help. Not to worry though, I'll be okay, and the fact is it's true. When former Emerson men's basketball standout Rob Hennigan was named the general manager of the Orlando Magic this June, he became the second EC alumnus to hold one of the league's 30 GM jobs. Only the Blue Devils and Bruins currently pride as many NBA GMs. Hennigan spent the past 4 years working under fellow Emersonian and current Oklahoma City Thunder GM Sam Presti. For the past 2 years, the 3-time GNAC Player of the Year worked as Presti's assistant general manager of player personnel. This year, longtime Emmanuel College head women's basketball coach Andy Yosinoff received a historical award for his work leading this year's Lady Saints to the NCAA Division III National Quarterfinals. Yosinoff became both the first women's coach and the first Division III coach to win the Jewish Coaches Association Red Auerbach Award. Andy was quick to explain to us how having his name mentioned in the same sentence as the late NBA coaching legend was an unforgettable honor.
Growing up in a Jewish family, there's no greater honor than to be honored by the greatest NBA coach in the history of basketball, Red Auerbach.
Each season, the honor is given out to college basketball's Jewish Coach of the Year. In March, Yosinoff traveled to New Orleans to accept both his award and a slew of mazel tovs at the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Final Four. The 35-year head coach has now led Emmanuel to 17 NCAA tournaments as well as 14 GNAC championships. Simmons College sophomore volleyball player Nafeesa Connolly made history when she attended this year's College Sports Information Directors of America convention. Connolly represented the Sharks, the GNAC, and all of Division III athletics as a member of the first ever student panel at the annual CoSIDA gathering. The panel, titled Serving Student Athletes, Are We Getting It Right?, aimed to arm SIDs with the students' perspective on how to best utilize athletes to promote athletic success. The GNAC is proud to offer opportunities for aspiring young professionals through its internship program each year. GNAC interns get a chance to see what life working in collegiate athletics is really like. Interns assist with daily operations and duties around the conference. More than 10 former GNAC interns have received full-time job offers in the field. 2 recent interns achieved career milestones this year. Vaughn Calhoun, the interim assistant athletic director at Emerson College, earned his PhD in higher education from Northeastern University in June. And Catherine Carmignani, another former intern, recently accepted a full-time position working with the Big East Conference as the Olympic Sport and Sports Administration assistant. Tonight, we've recognized some of the hardest working people who help make the GNAC so great. This year, the conference bids farewell to one of those people. Longtime Johnson & Wales athletic director John Parente has decided the time has come to take a step away from the game. Our Kisha Tapangan has the story.
After 13 years, it's now time for a new chapter in John Parente's life. He came to Johnson & Wales University in 1995 as a sports information director. 6 years later, he was named the athletics director and also the GNAC commissioner. Throughout the conference, John was able to build relationships around a single focus.
Those relationships are all special because we're all so close. We all are working we're all on the same page, and we're all working for the same thing: the quality of the student athlete experience. And I hope the GNAC never loses sight of that, ever, 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 ever.
The Wildcats saw plenty of success under Parente, earning 20 conference championships across 12 sports and also 5 Commissioner's Cups. To go along with all he earned on the field, he also earned the respect of his colleagues.
I think whenever anybody says Johnson & Wales Athletics, I think the first thing and the first person I think of is John Parente. I think they're synonymous with each other.
He espouses the sense of achievement, both on and off the athletic fields or courts, with high academic performance. And he sets the bar very high.
I learned a lot from John, dealing with families, dealing with kids, dealing with just people. I think that's probably the biggest thing I've taken from him as my mentor.
We are individuals that our student athletes can go to and look for guidance, look for help, look for support, look for friendship. I think emanates that with all our coaches. That comes from the AD. That comes from John Parente.
John still plans on being a part of Johnson & Wales University athletics and assisting fundraising efforts and providing support to his successor. We spoke with John's closest colleagues who had these kind words for John's departure.
Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for us.
I wish him the best of luck, and he's been like a father to me. He's been like a best friend to me. He's been a huge support in my life.
You just have been an extremely close and personal friend, but even more so as a mentor.
Whether it's doing play-by-plays throughout Rhode Island or coaching his West Warwick American Legion baseball team to victory, John plans to stay busy and active in what he calls a transition, not a retirement. Reporting from Johnson & Wales University, I'm Kisha Tapangan.
Johnson & Wales expects to announce its next athletic director in the coming weeks. Once again, congratulations, John, on an outstanding career at Johnson & Wales. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Around the GNAC. For all of the conference's latest stories, news, and highlights, be sure to check our official website at www.thegnac.com. For Kisha Tapangan, Dan Campagna, and Doug Chin, I'm Jeff Kolb. Good night.